You make me feel so.
What's up, guys? So yeah, what we're going to do is just take some of these apart. So basically all I wanted to do, sort of for myself as well really, is just got a little tub of these. So we've got 1.37 kilos, and all it is just copper bearing windings and all sorts. So we've got them, from them to them to little tiny ones like this. So yeah, there's all sorts in here really. So what I've been doing is just chucking them in there for the last few weeks. And yeah, so what I'm going to do is these will just go in with your low grade motors really. So all you're going to get is 15 pence a kilo. So that box there is worth 21 pence. So what I'm going to do is take these apart. What I'm going to do is just do them in the living room, so probably do a video in the morning with a tub full of just the copper, and we'll see what it's worth. So yeah, 1.3 kilos at the moment and 21 pence it's worth. So we'll see what we make, see how long it takes us to do it. So guys, yeah, I done a tear down yesterday on all them little tiny motors, and this is the copper we got, so not that much at all really. So yeah, let's see what it's worth. So using the same box, I haven't tarred it, but I didn't tar it yesterday, so it'll be the same. So £3.45 a kilo, that's worth £2.26. So what, it was worth 21 pence. So I made £2 really. Took me about, I don't know, probably an hour and a half. So £2 for an hour's work, but I was just sitting in front of the TV just watching a film, and I was just doing this, so I'd have been earning nothing anyway. So yeah, I wouldn't do this during the daytime when you could be earning good money, but you know, if you're watching a film, you like to keep your hands busy, yeah, definitely worth doing. So yeah, nice little bit of copper, £2.26 to add to the pile. Right guys, so Friday, and gonna go pick up the last of the scrap steel from the wholesalers. So I'm not 100% sure what they got left. He said there's some lockers, but they had to empty their belongings or something. What is scaffolding, but it's like weird shape, so I don't know if it's bent. I couldn't really see it, to be honest. It's behind a load of stuff. So but it's about, I don't know, I'm guessing nearly 10 meters long. So I'm gonna have to cut it all down. Yeah, and anything else they find. So I just said, yeah, chuck it all in a pile, and I'll go from there and pick it up. So so let's let this lorry through. He's bigger than me. So yeah, I'm not sure what it's going to be. If I had to guess, I'm going to guess 300 kilos, I think. That's my guesstimate for today. So yeah, it's not that much, but that's how I've got to pick it up, finish the job. Right, here we are. There guys, yeah, I just wanted to show you what I got from just dropping off them 3 lockers, 2 lockers, whatever it was. Yeah, there's only a couple of bits there. I went there, picked up the lockers, but then they had a big delivery, and because of their insurance, because I'm classed as a visitor, I'm not allowed in their yard while they're using the forklifts to offload the lorry. So I just quickly picked them up, then just thought I'd take them. So there's only them 2 lockers, and it was just a load of little loose tiny bits of steel, hardly nothing. So yeah, I just went and dropped them off instead of waiting for the lorry. I thought I'd rather do that because they're quite big and bulky. Yeah, and then when I got back, they had another 2 lorries waiting there to be unloaded, and it takes them about 45 minutes to unload each lorry. So all I said is I'll come back Monday basically. I didn't fancy waiting around for an hour and a half for the rest of the steel. That's all the big bits of scaffolding, so I need to cut them down because they're massive, absolutely meters and meters long. So yeah, so that was just that tiny little pickup. I just thought I'd put this in there in a video, and yeah, like I said, I'm going to pick up the rest Monday now. So right guys, yeah, just putting this little bit in the video. I got asked the other day if I could just do a little bit of a video on the power supply tester, just some details really about how I go about it. I'm no professional whatsoever. This will tell you the voltage, but that voltage might change when the power supply unit is under load. So when it's actually hooked up to the PC, it can change. So basically this is what I use to separate them now at this stage. So if this says that they're going to fail, they just get scrapped out straight away. If they're good, then they need further testing really with a multimeter or something like that. So yeah, to start off with, you need these 2 in. So you need your 4-pin and 24. Most of them are 20-pin, but this one's a 24-pin. So if it's 20-pin, what you do is put it in central to this. So because they go in 2s, so 2 this side won't be used if it's a 20-pin. So you plug these in because the power supplies give, basically the mains feed goes through 2 connectors. Always switch it off when you're messing about with that. So now they're plugged in, we'll turn it on. So this one here, whoa, so can we see it? Yeah, we can see it. So you can see where it's flashing, which means it's under voltage. So LLL means low voltage basically. So yeah, this power supply is no good really. But I bet if I plug something up, if you're going to plug other stuff in, do it one at a time. Otherwise it's not technical enough to determine that this is okay, because you got that there, and then you got your SATA up here. So this one's your floppy. So if we put that in, if I can get it in, see now it's saying it's okay. So that's what I kind of find strange about these. So it's actually saying it's alright now, but as you can see it's still under voltage because it's 11.2 when it should be 12. You can see here that the 5 and the 12 volts are now lit up because of this. So it's basically saying that the floppy connection's good. So yeah, so the yellow wires here are 12 volt and the red ones are 5 volt. So that's handy to know. So basically if I unplug that again, that's going to start beeping again. So then you've got your SATA. So being that stops beeping, it just means that the floppy thing was alright, the floppy connection. I hope if I put this in the right way. So again, it's saying that the SATA is fine. So so yeah, you have to do it in stages really. So let's say you got the alarm anyway, so it's pretty obvious that this one's no good. So the first one I pick out's a dud. So this one will be going in my scrapping pile. I'm going to go through them and see if we can find a good one. Right guys, so I found one which works. I had to go through quite a few until I did find one that work. So there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the next 5 didn't work. So then we found this one, so everything seems to be working. So this middle screen is just for these 2 connectors here, so it's basically the power in on these 2. So that screen is just for this one and the 4 pin, or it might be a 6 pin on older ones. Like I say, the yellow leads, they are 12 volts and the red ones are 5 volts. So it's all showing that fine. The PG, which is in this top corner, stands for power good, so it needs to be in between 100 and 500 milliseconds. So this one's fine. I'm guessing the alarm will go off if it's above or below what it needs to be. So this is now the floppy drive. So if we check that, which is a bit fiddly to get in, that's not in, there we go. So like I say, because the yellow 12 volt and the red 5 volt, so 5 and 12 volt, they come up. So this little indicator here is only for the floppy drive, the hard drives, the SATA and the Molex cable, I think that's what it's called, at the bottom there. So that's just for that. So that's why you only do one at a time. So if you plugged all 3 in, it's just good, you're not going to know which ones are working and which are not, because that's obviously going to stay on because the floppy was in. So if I just come around the other side, so then if we try one of the SATA cables, so you need to get it on something like that, and that is not even registering. So something wrong with the SATA cable on this one, which is a bit annoying, so I'm going to have to try and find one that actually does work. Let's just try this one. So I think it was the gold bits at the bottom. No, it's I don't know what the issue is there. I am putting it in the right way, just double check. Oh no, I had it in the wrong way. So there's another thing, you need to get it in the right way. So because it's got the red and the yellow wires, the 12 and the 5 volt is going to light up, and obviously one of them wires is 3.3. Which one? I have no idea. I'll have to Google it. So yeah, this one works fine. So the fan's on as well, so that's another way of checking it. So yeah, this one could be sold. So I can go in a box, ready for eBay. Basically what I'm doing with mine, I'm just getting a nice big stockpile of the ones that do work. And then yeah, gonna sort of list them all then together instead of just doing one at a time. Like I was saying about, if you plug, so all 3 lights are on, if you plug this in now, you wouldn't actually know if it worked or not, because the lights are going to be on for this anyway. So that's why you only do one at a time, and obviously making sure you put it in the right way. Another thing I want to say about, I went through a few of them, and this screen was coming on, but it was just blue, and then I was just wondering, there weren't no numbers or anything. So what I've done is changed out the actual power lead, and then this seemed to be working. So I think I might have an issue with this lead. So yeah, I'm going to scrap that out, put that in the scrap pile. So that's another thing. So if it's just a blue screen, that's worth changing your cable over. I don't know why. I don't know why that's bringing it up blue. I don't know. Some electric must have been trickling through, but I don't know. I don't really know what the issue is with that. Whether the fuse has gone on it, but then it shouldn't have been sending no electric. So yeah, this one's fine. Is there anything else we can check? So we've got SATA. The only thing is, I did notice with this one, it hasn't actually got the Molex connector, so it's all SATA. So I'm guessing that's a new, must be quite a new power supply. So yeah, hopefully it's help you out, guys. And I might have rambled on a bit there, but like I say, I'm no expert on this kind of stuff. And yeah, so this will just help you with your loads, basically, your voltage. But when it's under load, it might be different. So this is just a way I sort these out as a first stage, and then they get tested more later on, basically, with a multimeter. So yeah, I've got quite a few power supplies to go through. So I've got all them there, I've got them ones there, they're the ones what didn't work. I've got this box here. So there's a couple of layers in there of them. So plenty of wire if they don't work. And there was another box. I don't know where that's gone. That might be it in there. It's either there or still in the attic. I thought I brought them all down, but yeah. Just want to show you how many I had really. So yeah, I've got plenty to go through. Or I really need to go through them so I can get rid of the ones which are not working. But yeah, it's just a little view of the workshop. So got all my stuff there now. So all my non-ferrous can just go in there, and as soon as them boxes fill up they go in sacks. And then actually it's a bit of a mess in here again. That was clean the other day. And we've got all this, got all the e-waste at the end there, that's all got to be sorted out. There's a load under there as well. Yeah, so this is what I do with the stuff that comes off motherboards and that. So as soon as one of these fill up, I've got bigger boxes, sort of similar size to those white ones up in the attic. So what I do is as soon as one of these fill up, I just go and chuck it in. So silver, not got much silver at the moment. And yeah, MLCCs, a few of them in there. We've got the things off the hard drives, dirty aluminium if you want to get rid of them that way. So yeah, just chuck them in there and then they go into the bigger box up in the attic. Right guys, like always, keep scrapping.